And the SIG P320. To the point, informative, entertaining, and protecting the Second Amendment. Welcome back to Elfster's Rifles and Reloading. And I'm out at the 300-yard range. I'm actually on the pistol side here and still on vacation. I'm sure some of you guys are like, holy cow, Elfster's really knocking the videos out this week. And it's one of those vacations where I just get up and do whatever I want. No real plan. And I've been wanting to do this video for some time, and that's on my SIG pistols here. I got the SIG P320, and I also have the SIG P365. And I know SIG pistols, especially the SIG P320, gets a lot of negative rap on it because of that trigger issue that they had. As a matter of fact, I sent this in to get that trigger replaced. And just to let you guys know that these are clear, and I have the magazine set off to the side here. I don't know, I just really like my SIG pistols, and I'm not a huge operator when it comes to pistols, but then again, you know, PSA sent me their PSA dagger that I just got done doing a review on, 1,000 total rounds shot straight in a row. And I'll definitely say I'm not exactly a fresh fish when it comes to pistols. And this is definitely my concealed carry, something I carry all the time with this P365. I mean, just talk about an amazing pistol here. Very compact, and, you know, especially with this extended mag, you know, I can really fill out that palm. And with the night sight, iron sights on there, and I went and upgraded the magazine release to the Armory Craft extended magazine release because the factory one was absolutely terrible. I don't know, I'm really happy with the SIG P365. You know, it's probably one of the most widely known and used concealed carry 9mm pistols. You know, and I've had this SIG P320 for some time now. I actually came with this Romeo 1 red dot, and it's an amazing red dot for the fact that it has its auto on and off feature. And, you know, it just fills my palm really well. And the fact that that red dot comes on and off the second I pick this up out of my pistol safe right next to my bed. This is my home defense pistol, and this is my concealed carry. You know, this SIG P365 came with, I would say, a pretty chintzy holster, and it's not bad. Matter of fact, it does clip in there pretty well. You know, obviously you have to adjust this screw here to get more of a tight fit on it. But like you see, this clips off. It's kind of ridiculous, really. Matter of fact, it's so easy to remove. I went and lost the other side. Pretty much useless to me now. And, you know, I've been on the search as a weekend warrior for an upgraded holster, and I got a hold of We the People holsters, and they were cool enough to send me not only an outside the waistband holster for my P365, but also for my SIG P320. And like I said, I'm not a huge pistol operator. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm more of a glorified weekend warrior on steroids. But I wanted something that was an outside the waistband holster. I'm not a huge fan of inside the waistband holsters. And I think We the People holsters fits the bill, at least for me, especially as a weekend warrior, perfectly. And it seems like they have some really quality Kydex holsters here. So like I said, I got a hold of them. They're cool enough to send me a holster for both of my pistols here. And they have everything from outside the waistband holsters, inside the waistband holsters. They have printed holsters, apparel. They even have bacon jerky, for Christ's sake. So, I mean, what's not to love about it? But just to be completely honest with you guys, these were sent to me for free. But I think these are going to fit the bill for me amazingly. And in the past, when I first started out, I kind of made the mistake that everyone else made, and that was to get a Black Hawk Serpa holster. Probably one of the biggest mistakes that you can get when you're first starting out. Like I said, I'm not a huge pistol operator, but I know enough to tell my friends, hey, I'm looking for a holster. Do not get one of these Black Hawk Serpa holsters, and that's for a reason. And the reason why that is, yeah, it might lock in there really well, but you have to depress this button here as you slide it out. And one of the problems with that is, and there's numerous videos, a couple videos on YouTube, one's actually quite notorious, of one guy pulling this out and his finger slipping down and hitting his trigger and depressing that trigger, and he shoots his leg. So you can see you got to apply force, you're pulling down, and if you go something like this and pull that trigger, obviously it's going to go bang, and God forbid it's actually pointing at your leg. So I wanted to get rid of this stupid Black Hawk Serpa holster. Obviously this does me no good because it's literally falling apart, and I think that's where these We the People holsters are really going to fit the bill, at least for me as a weekend warrior. Like I said, I'm not a huge pistol operator, but I'm exactly not a fresh fish either. So I figured I'd just come out the range and do some pistol shooting, practice a little bit, and I'll give you my initial impressions on this. I've had a chance to carry this around for some time, especially with my concealed carry P365. And I'm actually quite impressed with how well these snap in, and it's rather comfortable, especially with this outside the waistband with a paddle holster. You know, you got to make this adjustment here on the screw, and you want to adjust this so you get a positive click. You can actually see I've adjusted this enough where this clicks into place. And it's in there quite snug. I'll do this again. And very positive click. I don't feel like it's coming loose or falling out of the holster. And like I said, these paddle holsters that come with these We the People holsters is really, really comfortable. I've had a chance to wear this for over a month now. Matter of fact, I told them it's going to be a while until I can get this video done, just so I can get some positive feedback for you guys. But you can see it gets a nice click into the trigger well there. And very, very comfortable. And also, I like the fact that they give you enough space here to put your thumb so you can pull that out. But same thing with my P320. You know, obviously I got this with the RMR cut. Same thing, very positive click. I also adjusted this screw so I got that positive click into the trigger well. So once again, I'll do that. Yeah, very tight fit. I don't feel like that is going to pull out while really yanking on it. And like I said, I'm a big fan of outside the waistband holsters, just not inside the waistband myself. But like I said, they have printed versions also, and definitely check out some of their apparel. Very interesting website. But with that being said, I'm out the range here. I'm actually going to be doing some videos here. Some Duramags that were sent to me for my 6.5 Grendel, the 18-inch barrel. I figured I'd test those out here quick, especially before I shoot that 12-inch 6.5 Grendel upper that PSA has sent to me. They sent me a collection of 10 round, 5 round, and a 26 round in regards to the Duramag. And I figured I'd test that out with some Wolf ammo, and I got, I think, what, 15 reloads left. So I figured I'd test that out, and then also test it out on my 12-inch 6.5 Grendel that is inbound. But I'm gonna take some shots here with some really inexpensive aluminum case blazers, steel case Tula ammo, and I got some of my reloads here. Very inexpensive 115 grain berry bullets. And we'll give this hell. But that being said, if any of you guys are rocking these Serpa holsters, throw them in the trash. Get rid of them. They are very dangerous. And if you're a weekend warrior like me, you want something inexpensive, these We the People holsters, I think their prices range roughly about $40 to $60-ish, depending on what you pick, depending if it's inside, outside, or a printed version. I think they're a great bang for the buck high-tech holster that your average Joe can afford. Let's get this going. Now, one of my concerns was installing this aftermarket magazine release button from Armory Craft. You can get these off Armory Craft, don't quote me on this, but off the top of my memory, I think these are about 35 bucks. Super easy to remove and install this aftermarket button. And it definitely sticks out way more than the factory magazine release button. I would say the factory magazine release button was flush, but damn near. And I felt like I was really fighting to engage that button. And in my opinion, this is an absolute must. But with that being said, my concern was it was going to hit my holster as I inserted it. And it looks like We the People holsters, they allowed an ample amount of room here for this button to clear. So I'll show that to you again. And it just clears. And the fact that they allow the extra room for extended magazine release buttons, that's awesome. But like I said, if you're thinking about getting a P365, this button is an absolute must in my opinion. All right, so I got 10 total aluminum case blazers loaded up here. And like I mentioned before, there's a reason why my channel is not called Elfster's Rifles and Pistols. You're clear here. And I'm just gonna do some dry fire here. I'm sure some of you pistol masters are gonna be cringing here watching me do this, but it's all about the practice. I feel like I'm pulling down on that front sight with my trigger pull. Like I said, this is a P365. I'm doing this without the extended magazine, so my 2 fingers here are off the grip. And try this a couple more times. Try this live. I'm going to start out controlled here first. I'm going dead center of that target. I feel like I'm like going over a hump here, and I can't be doing that. So I know some of you guys know I went through cancer. I had a soup can tumor removed from my neck and my neck's fused, so I'm trying to hold my head back. It does make it challenging here. I pulled that one low, but that's what it's all about. It's all about practice. All right, so I'm just using some really cheap steel cased ammo here. Like I said, this isn't Elfster's pistols and reloading, just a weekend warrior. So I'm gonna just do some dry fire practice here, and I'm trying to get accustomed, at least with this SIG P320, to not be so reliant on that red dot. The reason why I'm trying to not get so reliant on using that damn red dot is I feel like I struggle more to find the red dot than if I was just to follow that front sight up out of the holster. And by doing so, I feel like that red dot just comes in line. And also, if that red dot is dead, I want to be able to use this for home defense. This also has night sights on it. See, I feel myself pulling that down. It's that trigger control. All right, so I'm going to go live here. Go controlled at first. So far, doing pretty good. And pretty much all dead center mass hits right in the middle of that plate. I feel like I'm struggling to find that front sight through that red dot. And that is pretty damn good. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, I think that was a lot of fun, especially my vacation here. And, you know, as a weekend warrior, like I mentioned, I'm not huge into pistols, but I definitely have to get my feet wet. And this is going to be a great replacement here, especially for these Blackhawk Serpa holsters. If you're rocking one of those, make sure you throw them away. And definitely the factory holster that came in my SIG P365, literally falling apart there. I did notice while I was out here doing my drills that these two screws here holding on the paddle, and actually both of these, it was actually worse on my holster for my P365, that these screws started to come loose. So I definitely got to take that apart and Loctite those home. It's just hard to do that out the range here because I don't have an Allen tool. I think that's what it takes inside here. Yeah, some way to hold the screw on the inside from spinning around. So I'm just going to take these apart, throw some Loctite on them. I don't see that being a huge issue. But it seemed like these paddle holsters secured really well on my belt. I didn't seem to have really any issues drawing that pistol and getting that pistol back into the holster. No issues with the holster hitting my extended magazine release on my P365 pistol. I think I shot roughly about 150 to 200 rounds a day doing these drills. Just having a lot of fun out at the range. Matter of fact, I had so much fun I didn't get around to shooting my 6.5 Grendel here for these Duramax. I'll have to do that some other day as well. Other than that, I think they're a very affordable holster, especially for someone like myself as a weekend warrior. I think these will fit the bill really well, especially between 40 to 60 bucks, depending on what you choose, inside or outside the waistband. Like I said, they have apparel on there. And not only that, put that bacon jerky. I'll have to see if I can have them send some of that my way. But I think this is going to work out really good for me. But, you know, if you have the money and you can spend it, I'd probably look at something more like a Safariland holster. I might even do that myself. But like I said, I just like to dabble in pistols. I think this is going to work out just fine for myself. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy my content. And if you do, scratch my back, and I'll continue to scratch yours by not only subscribe, like, and share. Hit that notification bell. You hit that notification bell, make sure you hit notification all. Become a Patreon. It helps out more than you know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Zine release. And just to show you here, I'm not dropping mags all over the place. Someone was having a lot of fun rattling off some 5.56, and that is fine by me. It's your loss and my gain, and man, there is just a ton of it all over. Hundreds and hundreds of pieces. My friends, if you're not collecting that brass, you really should. As a matter of fact, you want a good trick, they sell these garbage bags on Amazon. Next to nothing. You know, usually use this in your car or throwing away your trash. And what you can do is fill this up, and what you can do is actually cup this opening, tip it upside down, get all the sand out of it, and then once it's pure brass, you can just open up the Velcro on the end and dump it all out. It works amazing.